Why are Dagestan and Chechnya the hotbed of MMA fighters? Hello and welcome back to your favorite wrestling information channel, where we let you know about all types of martial arts, their wrestlers, and much more. Today, we will be looking into a pretty peculiar phenomenon that seems to be occurring recently, which has taken over the entire world of mixed martial arts by a storm. Dagestan and Chechnya are both located in the rugged mountains of Caucasus, Russia, and this place seems to be producing tougher fighters than any other part of the world. Now, do not get me wrong, we all are aware of exactly how strong Russians are. I mean, where else can we find people getting into brawls with bears and actually making it out? But in all seriousness, no matter how strong a country is it really capable of producing so many great fighters together? Or is there a secret that is lying to be unraveled? Starting from world-renowned fighter Khabib Nurmagomedov to a set of bright new faces, every single one of these fighters embodies the perfect yet unique blend of discipline and skill. So join us on our journey to find out just exactly why these fighters are doing so much better than the others. Cultural heritage of combat sports. The importance of martial arts and culture is really important for Dagestan and Chechnya, as they are deeply rooted in the tradition of warriors and their resilience. To understand this further, let us go back in time a bit. Around the 1970s, the Soviet Union started to think that their soldiers were just as strong as other soldiers, but nothing made them stand out other than their numbers. And so, it started to emphasize heavily on wrestling. In areas like Dagestan and Chechnya, multiple training grounds and other factions were made to promote self-defense and mixed martial arts. And to no one's surprise, hundreds, if not thousands of kids got enrolled in these factions from a very young age. But this was just the very beginning of something huge. After a few years, when fighters like Khabib Nurmagomedov started to make a big name for themselves, they also inspired other kids to start joining training camps to learn wrestling. These fighters opened people's eyes and showcased the endless possibilities and potential of wrestling. Additionally, due to their discipline-rich backgrounds, the commitment of most of the people enrolled was unbeatable, which not only created an environment that motivated others to become elite fighters, but also fostered an extreme respect for the arts of combat sports, which ensured that the legacy of martial arts did not end anytime soon. One more great addition to all these was the reintroduction of an already existing form of combat sport, Sambo. Sambo is a body control focused sport which is really close to MMA, that does not rely on self-defense or even choking someone till they pass out, but more on joint manipulation. This sport heavily relies on moves such as wrist locks, arm bars, leg locks, and so on. And to make these even more deadly, these moves are combined with other moves like judo throws and wrestling to make them a lot more dangerous. This sport was one of the most practiced forms of martial arts during the very beginning, and one of its most prevalent users is no other than Khabib himself. The extreme training environment. Till now, we talked about how early the kids started joining wrestling and other combat sports. So let us take a small look into their pieces of training as well and see how different it is from the rest of the world. As we previously mentioned, Dagestan and Chechnya are both located in the Caucasus region, which is full of mountainous terrains that are extremely hard to navigate through, and just existing in regions like that is more than enough to prove that you are built differently. As these kids are enrolled in training at such an early age, their skills at grappling and striking are already honed and refined by the age they turn around 10. On top of this, the training itself is conducted typically in high-altitude areas like mountains, where the lack of breathable air and the extremely rugged terrains challenge their bodies to enhance both their physical and mental abilities and push them to their limits. Ever since their training begins, the future fighters engage in multiple workouts per day. These workouts primarily focus on technique, their strength, and conditioning, the three things they need to survive anywhere, not just in the ring. Due to these harsh training sessions, the overly challenging environments, and proper guidance from experienced coaches and trainers, the kids grow up to be the perfect fit for the MMA rosters, where discipline and aggressiveness both are important to come out on top. The influence of Khabib and other fighters. As we have seen for almost forever, Russians believe that a man is only a man when he can fight and survive effortlessly and bravely against any challenge he can face. And this ideology has played a huge role in the conditioning of the present and the upcoming fighters. And this applies to famous fighters like Khabib, Ismail Naurdiev, and Magomed Ankalaev. But what have they done to influence such a huge majority of a country, you ask? Well, let's see for ourselves. Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib Nurmagomedov is considered to be one of the greatest fighters in sports history, so much so that he retired from professional MMA at the age of 36 after holding a record of 29 wins and 0 losses. Yes, absolutely nil. Khabib was all for the smoke and nobody had the capacity to stop his indomitable human spirit. He even held the title of the longest reigning UFC lightweight champion, starting from April 2018 to March 2021. If you thought that was it, then you are absolutely mistaken. Khabib also went on to have the most consecutive wins in UFC lightweight history, holding the record at 13, performed the most takedowns in a single UFC fight, and even was the part of the record-breaking pay-per-view event alongside Conor McGregor. But just talking about Khabib does not seem fair, so let us look into the achievements of other fighters from the same region as well, starting with Ismail Naurdiev. Ismail Naurdiev. Ismail might not be as famous as Khabib or have an unbeatable record like him, but what he does have is sheer confidence and discipline. Ismail holds a professional record of 24 wins and 7 losses. Now this might not sound impressive, but out of those 12 wins, 6 were from submissions and 12 were direct knockouts. Ismail has also won the AG Welterweight Championship in Agrelin and has received numerous awards for the title Knockout of the Night against fighters like Daniel Skibinski and Andrei Vasinka. These fighters were no joke, and honestly, even doing this much in so little time is more than impressive. Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev has established himself as one of the best fighters in the world by achieving numerous titles and records under his belt. On October 22nd, 2022, Islam grabbed the title of UFC lightweight champion after he defeated Charles Oliveira after performing an arm triangle choke and won the match by submission. He had also had a record of a win streak of 15 and an 11 fight streak in the UFC lightweight division. He has also won awards like Performance of the Night, Submission of the Year, and much more. And to top it all off, Islam Makhachev holds a very impressive record of 26 wins with only 1 loss, with 13 of his victories coming from direct submissions. Upon seeing fighters like them, almost every kid is bound to be heavily influenced and inspired to join fighting and wrestling, just like Ronaldo and Messi did for football. What we did not mention previously was the fact that these regions are mostly all filled with Islamic Russians. And what is better than Russian discipline? Islamic Russian discipline. Muslim people are known for their extreme discipline and their community, which is an even tighter version of a brotherhood. Once the kids enroll in the training programs, they are destined to be challenged in such a way that they would, more or less, have to grow up to be strong and sharp, even if they did not do anything on a professional level. Remember, everyone can try to do their best, but only the best of the best ever make it to the top. And Russians believe in this like crazy, as they seem to be dominating the world in almost every mainstream sport there is. Marvelous verdict. MMA is definitely no child's play, and nor are the fighters participating in these tournaments. So, to go up against them and maintain records like 29 wins and 0 losses is definitely an achievement people can only dream of, but this cannot be achieved in just a day. The only way to get this good is through an environment that supports you and challenges you, rigorous training sessions that leave you exhausted, exceptional coaches who can guide you through every mistake you make, and, of course, focus on discipline and ethics. Due to the extreme support by their community, discipline, and pieces of training, almost every player coming out of the Dagestan and Chechnya regions is dominating the fighting world. And now we clearly know that this is not being done by injecting them with superhuman serums or other means, but just their hard work. So, if you want to achieve your goals just like these players did, continue putting in effort, follow what you want, and subscribe to the channel to be informed about all sports-related subjects and enhance your everyday existence. Also, please do not forget to tell us your opinion on your favorite boxer from Russia in the comments section. Take care and have a great day.